My name is Bob Ryan, and my speech this morning is about free sex. Now, those of you in the back there, you can sit down and relax. I'm actually not going to talk about free sex. I'm really not going to talk about anything free, and I'm just going to touch on the subject of sex. But I read an article recently that said it was concerning advertising words, and it said the number one word in the English language for attracting the people's attention was the word free. But the second word in the English language for attracting attention is the word sex. I therefore thought if I used free sex as my title, you would automatically sit up and pay attention. I'm actually talking about dating after the age of 60. Now, I know it's a shock to many of you that I might be 60 years old. But as my good friend Jim Otto says, Bob, you don't look 60, but I remember when you did. So, there's a couple of areas I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about online dating on the internet. I want to talk about meeting the family, and I want to maybe touch on sex. The world of the internet has amazed us all. And today's statistics worldwide tell us that 1 in 5 relationships begins online. But you see that number increases when we start talking about senior citizens, when we talk about people over the age of 60. Why? We are scared to death. That's why. We are frightened. We don't know what we're doing. Many of us have just learned to turn on the computer. But you see, the anonymity of the internet allows us to continue. And we kind of all stretch the truth a little bit. We exaggerate. I don't want to come out and say we lie, although I'm 160 pounds on my online dating site. Keep in mind, though, I have 4 women that are very interested in me right now. 2 are from Nigeria, 2 from Bangladesh, and 2 have actually spoken about marriage. I'm arranging transportation right now for 1 from Nigeria. Let's talk about meeting the family. You see, it's a whole new genre of things when you talk about meeting the family. We're meeting kids and grandkids instead of meeting the parents. I recently had a date with a gorgeous, gorgeous young woman. So walked her up to the porch after our date, as any gentleman would do. I gave her a quick hug and a little kiss on the cheek. But from the other side of the door, peeping through the hole, came her college-age daughter, who said, "Ew, Mom, that's so gross." I was at on another date and at a party, a family function, when a little 5-year-old grandson crawled up on my lap. And to the entire room of 30 people, he announced, "Gee, you're really old." Well, yes, and kid, you're ugly, so get off my lap. I told you I wasn't going to talk about sex, but I do want to touch on it. Many of you don't realize it because you're too young, but we men in our 40s maybe start to have some performance issues. Our 50s and 60s, maybe it gets a little worse. Our 70s, although it's a distant thing for me, maybe sex becomes just a great memory. But thanks to the marvels of modern medicine, the little blue pill. Now, I don't know for sure that it's blue, but I've seen some advertising, and I've seen it on TV, so they portray it as being blue. So I'm going to guess and go along that it's a little blue pill. Now, there are some problems inherent with the little blue pill. You've all seen the ads. Something, I can't remember what it is, lasting 4 hours and being a medical problem. But I don't know why I'd want to spend $20 on a pill that gives me an extra 5 or 10 minutes. So, thanks to the marvels of modern medicine, we men can once again perform. Ladies and gentlemen, we're the largest generation in the history of mankind. We people in my age bracket. We sing, we dance, and yes, sometimes we even have sex. Meeting the family is a whole new genre, and we like playing on the internet. And yes, sometimes we exaggerate. So, there is life after divorce. There is life after the death of the spouse. And, by the way, would any of you like to dance? Thank you. Okay. I left some pieces out. Geez, I can't believe all the discussion this